Okay, so I know you guys are probably wondering, where am I? So I decided today that I wanted to switch it up and change the scenery a little bit, mainly because of the topic that I'm going to be discussing. I want to discuss something a little bit more personal, more intimate. So I felt what better place to have this one-on-one chat with you guys versus my bedroom. So yes, we will not be discussing hair today, even though this is this is a cute little style here, but we will be talking about love. At least my views on love. Stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. So as I just stated, that I will be discussing love today. So we're not necessarily going to be talking about my hair, beauty tips, or any of that. We're going to be talking about LOVE. Speaking of beauty, so yes, you saw my hair. It was just pulled up. We had to take that turban off. It was squeezing my dome, but yeah, we let it down. But no, that's not what we're going to be talking about today. So love, let's get right into it. So love, I love love. I love love. Like I love loving my family. I love loving my friends. When I am in, intimate situations and it does get to the point where I do feel that I love you, I won't have a problem disclosing that. Like, I love love. I'm a Leo. What can I say? We love love. But my love life, my beliefs are in life, you only will experience 2 real loves in your lifetime. Don't boo me if you think that I'm wrong. Clap if you do feel that I'm right, though. But it's just me, just my thoughts. I feel that you only experience 2 real loves in your lifetime. Your first love is technically a teachable love. So that love is the heartbreak. It's the one that you feel like you never want to let go of because it's your first love. It's the first time you're really experiencing love. And it's the teachable love because it's the one you don't want to let go of because you're really experiencing what love is and you don't want to live without that person. So that's usually the first love. The second love is your love. Like I feel like the second real love that you're going to experience in your lifetime is going to be with your soulmate. Again, this is just my views, my thought process. You can think or view things however you like, but on this channel, this is what I view, okay? So, second love is your soulmate, just me. And I've loved before, I've loved individuals before, but I've only experienced real, like, I feel like I'm about to go crazy because I'm not with this person, or I'm not gonna lie, I've had stalker moments before. Like, anyway, whole nother story, whole nother video, entirely different day. Not gonna talk about that. But like the love that makes you want to, you know what, where's he at? He's not answering his texts. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. What is he doing? We're about to start investigating. Like the love that makes you feel like you're going crazy. Like the teachable love. Because listen, when you experience real love, it's not gonna feel like that. Real love doesn't make you overthink. Real love doesn't make you doubt yourself. Real love, it does hurt. Love always hurts because there's gonna be good and bad in every relationship. So there's going to be pain, but to love someone, to love this person that you're wanting to be with, it shouldn't hurt. The thought of them should not pain you. It should be joy, happiness. But yes, I have experienced real love once in my life thus far. I have loved before, but as I stated, like real love, yeah, once. Um, I met him when I was 15, and we were together for 15 years. Yes, 15 years, 1 5. And we were married for 10. And we had a lot of good times. We've had a lot of bad. But the bad ended up outweighing the good, and we had to go our separate ways. That's all it is to it. No need to go into details. We just better not together. And there's going to be times when you're just better not with certain people. It was a teachable love for me. Like, I learned so much, and I don't take back one experience, not one thing I went through, not one cry, not one heartache. Granted, thinking about all the heartache and the crying and the tears and the shit, if I had a penny for every teardrop, I'd be rich. Like, billionaire rich. But again, teachable love. I learned a lot from this relationship and from this love experience. And I want to say that what it taught me was, after I finally got to the point of where it was like, listen, you got to do better. Like, I went into a depression. I was depressed. I suffered from depression. And I was depressed for almost 2 years. That is a really, really long time to be depressed. And being depressed, for those who haven't ever experienced it, it is no joke and it is not a game. Trust me. And that is going to be a discussion that I plan on having with you guys in, future video. I definitely want to touch on depression because it's a real thing. It's a big thing. And I definitely want to talk about how it started, how I went through it, what triggered it, and, little tips on to help anyone out there that's going through it, how to get through it. So yeah, that's a whole nother video, whole nother time. But yeah, I suffered from depression. And while I was in this deep hole, I had to dig myself out. I had to dig myself out. Like, I have 2 kids, and I had to say, or you have 2 little ones that are watching you. Your son is a very, very intuitive individual, and he's watching you every day. And what you don't need to allow him to watch you do is allow you to go through this, or think that anything that's going on here is normal. And the same thing for my daughter. Granted, she was too young to really understand, but point blank, your kids should never have to be in the middle of a tumultuous relationship or a toxic relationship. That's the stuff that affects children's lives later on down the line. So, like, just getting to the point, basically, that relationship taught me a lot. It made me grab myself up by my bootstraps, and get my shit together. In other words, on a mental and emotional level, I had to get it together, and I took the time out to really. I began meditating. I want to thank my cousin for that, Edgar. Eddie is one of my favorite cousins, and bless his heart, bless his soul, bless his being. He is an amazing individual. He has taught me a lot. He has given me so much wisdom when it comes to depression and what I was going through and how to handle it, and taught me how to meditate and how to center myself. The list can go on. It can go on. So shout outs to Edgar. I love you, because you definitely helped me out tremendously. I also want to say that when you're going through teachable love, a lot of times, individuals that you are in that toxic relationship with try to distance you from your loved ones, so they can corner you. And for me, I never let go of my friendships or my family. Like, I held on. I never allowed that form of control to take over. So I was still close to my brothers, still close to my sisters, still close to cousins, friends, all of that. So, and they were a big part of pulling me out of this quicksand. They helped me out. But it also taught me diligence. It taught me accountability. For me, the old Ori, I never held myself accountable. It was always an excuse. It was always an excuse. It was always, well, I did this because of this. No justifications. Take accountability, apologize, accept it, whatever, move forward. And I never did that before, but I found myself coming out of that relationship. I was able to find Ori. I was able to really love Ori. And I didn't really love me. I didn't love me then. Like, I would post pictures and, you know, people would think that I thought that I was a beautiful person, or that I, loved myself. I didn't. I questioned myself. I was insecure. And I was weak. I was in a weak place. I was in a really, really, really weak place. And that's why I said it was a teachable love, because it got to the point where it just became an illness, like literally an illness. And I had to let go, and I had to clean my slate and start over. And here I am. I took 2 years. So after I divorced, which, just sidebar, disclaimer, every relationship has ups and downs. Every relationship has bad points. I am not trying to make my ex out to be a bad person, because he may have been going through something. He may have been, having issues in his life, or at the time that, prevented him from being the man he needed to be in our marriage. So don't take this as a bashing session, because it's not a bashing session. This is me venting about what I went through, my experiences with love, and how I view love now, and just any tips that I have from those experiences that I've experienced. So definitely not a bashing session. We are cool as the other side of the pillow right now. Great dad, XYZ, moving right along. So I took 2 years to just do me. And when I mean do me, I wasn't dating. I wasn't seeing anyone in particular. So when I say dating, I wasn't dating with a purpose. I did see guys, yeah, and I would go on dates, yeah, but it wasn't with a purpose. It was just something to do. It was literally just something to do. At the time, I wasn't dating because I wanted anybody, or I wanted something serious, because I was still getting to know me. And I felt at the time I didn't have anything to bring to the table. And when I mean bring to the table, it wasn't necessarily a tangible aspect of bringing to the table. It was intangibly, I wasn't able to bring anything to the table. I wasn't in the mind frame or emotional state to be anybody's anything. I was barely able to be what I needed to be for me and my 2 little ones. So yeah, I have found myself. I know who Ori is. I adore who I am, and it's made me a very strong person, and I do not settle for less than what I deserve. So all you fellas out there who have dated me after my breakthrough, and after I have found myself, and you've been like, you know what? Like, she kind of pushed me to the side, or no, it was you. It was you. This is me taking accountability for your actions. It was you. I'm taking accountability for you. It wasn't me, it was you. Because I have standards, and I'm not going to lower my standards for anybody. There's a certain type of man that I plan on being with. I have my views on marriage, and for me, I've always said that I am a spiritual person. I am not per se religious, but I'm extremely spiritually inclined and in tuned. And I feel, just my views, again, don't beat me up. I feel that I can be in a committed relationship with somebody forever. We can move in together, live together. Shoot, you could buy me a ring without us even having to do the whole marriage thing. I'm just not big on marriage. I'm not. And it's not because I've already experienced it. It's because now that I found myself and I know who Ori is, I know what I want. And I feel that sometimes marriage, when that time comes, for some people, not all, for some, the word itself, the title, comes expectations. And it kind of messes up the flow of how things were going prior to. So why mess up a good thing when we can continue doing us and leaving things the way that they are versus putting this big hover over your head. We're married. You're my wife. I'm your husband. And then there comes the expectations. Well, you're a wife now. This is what you're supposed to do. Or you're a husband now. This is what you're supposed to do. Not my beliefs, not how I get down. If I do get married, cool, that's fine. But I'm just saying, I'm not gung-ho about it. Like, I'm not big on the M word. And that's definitely not, like, I'm not even big on relationships, to be very honest. Just to be honest. I'm not big on titles, any of that. And it doesn't make me a player. It doesn't mean that I'm a player. For me, it's just a, why do I need to title it? If me and this person know what we are, and we know that this is how, we're doing our thing, then that's all that matters. Like, having to tell the world what we are and disclose that to the world, now we're trying to give them what they want. We're giving the world what they want versus us doing us. I don't need to disclose to the world that you're my man. First of all, about Ori, I like to take my L's in private. I've learned my lesson about publicly, displaying relationships and stuff. Been there, done that. I found me. I know me. I love me. I found me. I know who I am. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. And that's one thing that I'm not gonna do. So y'all won't know if I'm single, in a relationship, in a situationship, nothing. Because it ain't none of y'all business. You may see, a boo thing or whatever. And if you do, then you do. But for me to purposely just post, oh, this is my boo just for y'all, I'm not giving y'all that much of my world. Not. Because then it just becomes a whole thing and it's stressful and I'm not doing all that. But back into love. Yes. So for me, after finding myself, I was able to really know what it is that I want, what I want out of a relationship, just what I want out of life. And now that I have a feel of what it is that I want, it makes it easier for me to push away all the, in my Jamaican term, jonkra, the men that are no good. I can decipher what those look like this, like that. So easy, which is why I'm very picky. I'm very picky. I'm just set in my ways. And when it comes to love, I don't put a time constraint on it. Like most people say, how could you possibly love someone this soon? I don't judge people if someone says that they love you, you meet them yesterday, they love you today. Love isn't an action. Love is not an action. And I don't like when people say that love is an action. Love is a feeling. It is an internal instinct. It's a feeling. You giving me cake because you know that I like cake is not, that you're not showing me you love me by doing that. You're not showing me that you love me by buying me gifts. You're not showing me that you love me by taking me on trips. Love is not an action. Love is a feeling. And people get that misconstrued very often. But for me, I I love a man that is in tune to himself just as much as I am now. And that is something that is big for me because I'm a very, like I said, spiritual person. And I need any man that's going to be in my life to be equally spiritually in tuned. And I need to be able to have that vibe with him. And above it all, friend. Friend. Before I can even call you my boyfriend, whatever, I need us to be able to build a foundation off of friendship. Like, if we can't be friends first without all the sexual stuff, you're not for me. You're not, it's not for me at all. Like, for me, I'm not on the whole Steve Harvey handbook to love and handbook to getting you a man. I feel like that's crap because you cannot put a 90-day time constraint or period on when you want to have sex with someone. No, you can have sex with him after 90 days of dating and he still won't have respect for you. And you can have sex with him a week after dating and he can marry you the next week and treat you like the queen you are. It's a vibe. It's a connection. Having sex with someone doesn't make you a whore or a man slut. It's, as two consensual adults, you can do whatever it is you choose to do with your body in whatever time frame you choose to do it in. For me, it just has to feel right. It has to be a vibe, a feeling. I'm not going to have sex with you off gate if I don't feel that connection or that vibe. It has to be felt. I'm a very free spirit. So therefore, if I feel it, then I'm going to do it. If I feel it in mind, soul, body, I'm going to do it because everything feels right. But if it doesn't, then I'm not. I'm not going to put a time constraint on it because what if in 90 days it still don't feel right? What if in 60 days it don't feel right? Then at that point, I'm questioning, why am I even talking to you? So yeah, you can't put a time constraint on sex, on love, none of that. I feel like that is absolute foolishness. And yeah, the old Ori read Steve Harvey's book. And the old Ori was like, oh, I'm going to follow all of these. Trash, garbage, out the door. My views on love is, I feel that it's a word that is misused very often. And for me personally, I love hard, which is why I don't love often, because I love extremely hard. I am a Leo. Leos are extremely loyal. Those who know who they are or have experienced a Leo love before, we are extremely loyal, sometimes to a fault. But we love extremely hard when we do love. And that's why I'm just really picky about falling for individuals, because I don't like my time to be wasted. And I don't like to feel duped or bamboozled, in other words. Like, I'm too grown for that. I am all of 32 years old. Ain't nobody got time for that. None. So for me, I say my piece of gold to you would be loving you first, falling in love with you first, knowing who you are first, knowing your own likes, dislikes, expectations, admirations first is key. Build a relationship with yourself first. Because if you don't, how do you expect to maintain a relationship with someone else? You don't even have one with yourself. You don't even love yourself. You're not even in love with yourself. You don't even respect yourself. How are you going, all these key attributes that you're supposed to be transferring to this other person that you claim that you want to love or be in love with? You can't possibly. This person is now dating or feeling like they're dating your representative. Representative meaning the fake you, not you, perpetrator. They're not really dating the real you because you're not even being true to yourself. So you're not being true to this person. So it's important to find yourself. And this I didn't know several years ago. If I would have had this knowledgeable mind frame then, it would have prevented a whole lot of heartache, trust me. But I feel like in life, we have to go through stuff in order to learn and to get to the point of wisdom. I feel like if you don't go through stuff, how are you going to know? You know, like if you don't go through something and learn from that mistake, how can you say that you've experienced it and you can discuss it and talk about it? I feel like that's where wisdom comes from. People that you say are wise or people that you say have lots of wisdom have experienced things and they've learned from their mistakes and it has only made them wiser. So it's not a bad thing to go through, you know, the turmoil in a relationship. None of that's a bad thing. Everything in life happens for its own purpose, its own ordained reasoning. Everything. But I do believe that I have one more love to go. Yes, I have one more love to go. So I've had one love and that was my teachable love. Now my next love is going to be my soulmate love. And that love is going to be amazing. I feel like this love is going to be with my best friend. This love is going to be with someone that gets me, that's in tune to me, someone that I am one with, someone that I can vibe with, someone, this may sound goofy, but someone that I can listen to music back and forth with. So there's this thing that I really, really like to do. And I'm a communicator. And when dating, I like to communicate how I feel through music. So in a relationship with me, I'll throw you a song here or there. Not just because I just want you to listen to it. I need you to listen to it because I'm trying to tell you something. Something that I guess I felt that I couldn't say through my own words. So I'm trying to convey it musically. So that's why I call myself a communicator. Get it? Communicator? I know, cute. Came up with it all by myself. No help at all. I'm gonna copyright it. But yes, you have to be musically inclined, in tuned for me. And I feel like music tells you a lot about a person. The type of music they listen to says a lot about a person. A lot. And I'm a very neo soul type of gal. Like my favorite rappers, this is in no particular order: Common, Talib Kweli, Wale, Nas, and J. Cole. And I would say right now, my favorite R&B neo soul artist would be BJ the Chicago Kid. But yes, BJ the Chicago Kid would be my that's just a little splash of my music, of some of the stuff that I listen to. But I love music. I love music. And whoever is crossing paths with me has to love music too. But for me, I have so much to say about love. Like, it's a lot and we ain't got enough time for all that. But the main thing or advice that I can give is love yourself first. Get to know you. And it's actually a fun process. I came to find out that I'm a loner. Yeah. In the process of getting to know me, I found out that I'm a loner. I love to be in my own space, alone. That's what I love. So anyone that is dating me has to have the gift of patience because I love being by myself. I'm not even talking about my kids. I'm just saying, like, course, my kids are here all the time. I'm just saying my space. Like I love reading alone, watching movies alone, watching TV alone, going to the movies sometimes alone. This is what I found out about me. I found out about me that I enjoy time with myself. And that's how you know you love yourself. If you can tolerate yourself often, just you, like no one else is tolerating you, just you tolerating you by yourself all the time, that's how you know for sure you are in love with you. And I am in love with me. Are you in love with you? But yes, that was my jewel for the day. My bit of gold for you guys. But if you do like this video, please, 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 thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions on what you want me to talk about, or any comments regarding this particular video, go ahead and leave me some comments. And please don't forget, those that are new, that have not already subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. And I really love you guys. I love talking to you guys. And you're going to be seeing my face every week.
In my feelings, is your heart in it? Like my heart is in it. Does it feel the things I feel? Does it light up when you speak of me? Does it make you see things clearly? Does it make you lie awake at night and daydream about me? When you see me, does it skip a beat?